If you have anxiety and you want to open up and tell your friends and family closest to you that you have anxiety and let them know, but you're kind of nervous or scared or not know how to do so, today's video is for you. Alright, so today's video is actually brought from a email that I received from a viewer named Sam, and he writes, Lucas, I recently had my first panic attack, and I told my mom I was really scared. He's a 15-year-old guy, and he goes, I told my mom, and the first thing she said is she doesn't believe me. And he goes, now I'm really frustrated, I'm upset, and I just don't know how to tell her. How do I make her believe me that this is really going on, that I had this, and this is a common situation? So first of all, Sam, thank you for sending this email in. This is a great question, something that comes across so often, and I'm glad that you asked that, and that's why I'm making today's video. So first of all, we have to look at the first part, which is this can be a big shock, especially for any parent or close family friend, to understand that you have anxiety or panic attacks. It can catch them off guard and put them in a state like they're like a deer in the headlights. They're just, whoa, hang on. And a lot of times when this happens, their first reaction can be just out of shock to say, no, that's not happening. Now, this can come from their own denial, or perhaps they're living with anxiety and they don't want to admit that you have it, because then they'll have to open up and admit that they have anxiety. There's a lot of factors that can come from this. The third thing is, they can think from an aspect of, oh my God, are people going to know? Is this a big deal? They are going to be caught off guard. So if this happens to you, the first thing to do is, one, just give them time to let it sink in, okay? Let it sink in for them and see what happens. And the second thing that we have to do with this is to really reaffirm that when you open up to your friends and your family, it's not a guarantee that they will want to help you. I mean, chances are they will want to help you, but this is not something that you can force them to do. This is something that you're doing for yourself, because hiding and holding this inside, I did this for 15 years. I know exactly how it feels and really how much effort it takes to constantly hide and angle yourself to allow people from not getting to know the real you. And at the same time, realistically, this is something that's liberating for you to be open up and to let people know what you're going through. So when you do so, shifting it to say, look, I don't necessarily need you to this, but I'd like you to, understand or support me through this. That is a bonus and something that is a decision they have to make. And hopefully they decide to. And the third part is to really start looking for avenues for support. So avenues for support, it can be an online group, it can be, in person, perhaps there's a small group in where you live, or support networks. This is what you can tap into. I mean, myself, I started off just going on online support groups, and I had kind of mixed feelings with it. A lot of times I felt it was more a little negative and focused on perpetuating and complaining of how bad your panic and anxiety is, as opposed to what are you doing to move forward. But that's a whole other topic that I'll get into in another day. But for you is get support, because the absolute best thing for you to do is to reduce any feelings of isolation. And if you're feeling isolated, always take this to your life, that you are not alone. I mean, so many people have anxiety and panic attacks. It is incredibly common, especially in today's world. So you're absolutely not alone, and find the people that are here to support you. So you have this channel, Mr. Stress Management, okay, Lucas here. I am always here in your corner. So people are here to support you. So again, one, when you're opening up, give them time to let it sink in. Two, find your own avenues of where to do so. And three, it is an option. It's not a necessity, because ultimately it's about self-managing and owning, taking control of your own anxiety and panic, and it all starts from within inside of you. So that is the key. And like I said, keep moving forward, and remember that you are always able to take steps in controlling anxiety and panic, and that's what we're focused on.